Hi everyone, welcome to Lisa's Stamp Studio. Today's project is a wow, and it must be because of this beautiful foil designer paper. You'll find the paper in the annual catalog, and I think it's a sleeper. It is amazing, so make sure you check it out. I'll give you a close look when we get to the stamp table, but here is the project that we are making today. Look at this beautiful gift box. The shimmer just has my heart. But inside, there's even a better surprise. Remember, you can find the cutting dimensions and the pictures for this project over on my blog. If you're here visiting from YouTube, you'll find the link in the description below, making it easy for you to navigate. Let's head over to the stamp table and let's get started on today's project. Look at this box, will you? Is this not just stunning? I was so thrilled with how this came out. And you're going to be surprised at how simple it is to put this together. But I want to show you what's inside. All right, so I'm going to pull this out. I used the Whisper White note cards and the envelopes. Those are the envelopes to create 4 really simple cards using the exact same bundle of products. This is the Star of Light stamp set and the framelets. But aren't these pretty? So pretty and so easy. And these are going to make a fabulous gift for any hostess, friend, teacher for the holidays. The designer paper comes from the Foil Frenzy Specialty Series here in the catalog. I'm on page 189. It comes in numerous colors. There's Berry Burst, Lemon Lime Twist, Soft Sky, and Tangerine Tango. And you're going to see here that all the papers have a craft base with that beautiful foil color finish. This is just the Soft Sky. You have to check these out. This is just stunning. You'll get 12 sheets, 1 each of the 3 single-sided designs. So there's a polka dot here as well, which we're going to use today. You'll find the cutting dimensions for this box over on my blog. If you're here from YouTube, go ahead and click on that description bar below. It'll navigate you right there, making it really easy for you. This piece is 5 5/8 by 10 1/4, and we're going to do some scoring. And the Stampin' Up! Trimmer is just fabulous for this because you've got the light blade which scores, and of course you've got the dark blade that cuts, and you can navigate them out of the way so that you can use both on the trimmer without them impeding on what you're doing. The bar here across at the top is going to keep your paper nice and straight, which I love because I can't do anything straight. The printed grid lines actually have a clear coating over them. You don't ever have to worry about that rubbing off. I have used this trimmer for years and I love it. So the scoring is going to need to be done, and I prefer to do it on the plain craft side because it's easier to see. There's an extended arm here too as well. So I'm going to pull that out. That's going to extend the cutting dimensions, and look on the back side. There's a little leg here, and that little leg I'm going to flip open because what's going to happen is it's going to allow this to be sturdy and not bow as I get over to the further dimensions. So the first score line is going to be at 7/8 of an inch. And okay, if you're not great at cutting dimensions, I'm going to give you some tips. 7/8 is the long line between the 3/4 and the 1 inch. So we're going to go over here to 7/8, and we are going to score. And again, because of that ledge, I can make sure that I'm straight. I'm going to go to 4 5/8, which is right past the half before the 3/4, and score. And now 5 1/2, which I think we can all figure out. That's the big long line here. And one more at 9 1/4, all the way over here. So I'm going to score that now using that extended arm. So there we go. We've got those 4 score lines to make the slip cover of the box. I'm going to fold that arm back in. I'm turning that little leg over and just pressing that down so it's gone. That's a nice feature. And of course, now we're going to do the bottom of the box. This is 5 1/4 by 7, and I am going to score at 3/4 of an inch on all 4 sides. So that's nice and easy. So you can score from this end or this end. I'm going to score from this side. I love that there's printed dimensions on both sides of this clear cutting guide. That makes it really, really easy for me. I was shifting it as I was talking, so let me realign that. So we got 3/4 of an inch here, and then 3/4 of an inch here. And again, the lines are printed all the way down, so you can make sure that you're nice and straight, even when you have a small piece of paper inside the trimmer like this. And then 3/4 of an inch on the 3rd edge as well. And then our 4th side, 3/4 of an inch. I'm just looking to line it up along that printed line as well. And then There we go. So now we've got those score lines. So our scoring is done. I'm using my bone folder whenever I do a 3D project. That's like my best friend. And I found, because of the foil, that it's difficult to get the scoring all the way through without kind of bending it first. So I'm bent it a little bit, and then I'm going to make sure my edges are straight, and then I'm just going to come in and crease. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to kind of bend it and bend it and bend it. And then I can come back up on those score lines to make sure that I've got it accurate, and come over with my bone folder. The foil in here is embedded. You don't have to worry about it coming off when you scrape the bone folder. Another beautiful feature of just beautiful quality designer paper. And then one more here at the end. And then I'll score that one as well. All right, you want a nice crisp crease that you can put your box together. All right, now here's the bottom. This is going to be a lot easier because obviously it's cardstock and doesn't have that foil in it. So we're just going to go up and crease all 4 sides. Now what we're going to do is we're going to snip these ends to make our box. So on this score line here to the top, I'm going to snip. That's going to make the tabs for our box. And another here. Now on the opposite sides, you're going to do the exact same thing. Here and here. I found that when I put my box together like this, that sometimes my edges kind of were showing. So I found that by making a little angled cut here and here really helped. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on all 4 sides. I cut 2 additional strips of the same paper. These are 3/4 of an inch by 3 3/4 of an inch. And I'm actually going to put those here to reinforce the ends, because I found when I pulled the box out to reveal the contents that this really gets worn. And I found by doubling it up, it makes it so much easier. So I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive on the back side. I'm going to do that very generously, and I'm using my silicone craft sheet so that if I go over the edges, it's not going to end up on my work surface. I love this craft sheet. And then while the box is open, I found this the easiest way to do this. So I'm just going to line this up and adhere those here, and another one on the other side. I'm going to use the 1/2-inch circle punch because I want to make a small notch here to make it easier to open up the box. So while it's open is the easiest way. A punch is not designed to go through 2 layers of cardstock. Keep that in mind because you'll ruin and jam your punch. But if you're going to make just a little notch, it's easy to do without damaging the punch because we're not using the whole circumference. So I'm just kind of eyeing this to see if I have ample space on both sides. And I'll just give that a good squeeze. And now we've got that notch for the opening. Now we're going to put this together. You can use glue dots, but you'll need a sufficient amount, or you can use tear and tape. And that's what I prefer because it's really, really strong. If you have fast fuse, you can use that as well. I'm going to lay my tear and tape here, and I'm going to rip. I'm going to lay another piece here, and I'm going to rip. Any excess I'll fold back on top of itself so I don't have to worry about it being exposed. I'm going to use my paper piercing tool to help get that paper backing off. I have short nails, so I find that that is always a challenge for me. So any tape that's exposed, I'm kind of rolling up. And I'm going to bring my ends together and give them a good pinch. And I'm going to do that now on all 4 sides. The base of our box is constructed, and this is where you can fill with gift cards or a treat, or in my case, the note cards and envelopes that I created. I wanted to give you a little bit better look at those. Aren't these pretty? I absolutely love this product, and I'm going to give you a quick look at it in the catalog. So let me put those inside of here. You'll find the Star of Light stamp set here on page 122 of the catalog. The images are beautiful and the text is even more beautiful. And it's a stamp set that's never going to go out of style. It has coordinating framelits and they're on page 216. So you don't have to worry about fussy cutting any of those shapes. You'll see them right here on the page. Absolutely beautiful. So that's how I've done that. So the stamps all coordinate with the framelit dies to get you these gorgeous images. If you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you'd like a complimentary copy of the catalog or the holiday catalog, just leave me a comment. I'll be happy to send you one. We've got our box bottom filled with our cards. Let's go ahead and put our top together. We're going to do the exact same thing here that we've done before. We're going to add tear and tape, and I'm going to run strips right down the edges. So I've got one here, and I've got another here. I'm going to burnish that in. You want to make sure the tape is good and pressed in before you lift the paper backing. So that's one, and that's two. Next tip, lay the box flat on your work surface. And then all you have to do is close the flap and then press. That's going to give you that perfect opening here. All right, so with our notch in the front, that's going to slide right in here. There we have our box. Isn't that fun? Really a great, great gift. Here's the one with the decorated cover. So all I did was die cut with those framelits on that same type of paper, just all die cut and layered. And then it just stamped that swirl background, metallic threads, and those beautiful clear faceted gems. The great thing about this box is you can use any stamp set you have to create it, and you can use it for multiple purposes. I'm so glad that you joined me today, everyone. Thanks for coming by, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great day.